I guess I kind of wanted to talk about today goals. I procrastinated a lot about what I wanted to talk about in the next video I did, and I started thinking about, well, why should people watch me? Why should people follow? And all those major questions of starting a YouTube channel, and why do it? Who's gonna listen to me? And I guess what it came down to is I'm not really doing this video so much for everybody else as for me. It's an outlet for me. I love journaling, but for some reason it hasn't been as satisfying as it used to be. And I think it's because the world is changing a lot. And, the internet, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube have all become like places of outlet where we can get likes and followers and subscribers and things like that. And I think that it's just us as a generation looking and reaching out for people to reach back to us. And I can absolutely relate to this because I used to be an extreme extrovert. Like, I could talk to anybody, and I was like included in all my school groups. I wasn't like a jock, or like I wasn't in any defined group. That I feel like before we had all these mediums for talking, you really did rely on your friend group. And I feel, especially with what I've gone through in my life, I've moved way too much. Like, I never got a base for friends. I never was in a place for more than a year or two, and I couldn't really develop a good foundation for people to relate to me. And the biggest foundation of friends that I had was at the New York Renaissance Fair. And it was great. I felt included. I was the happiest I was, and the happiest I had been in my life, because I had people who understood me and could relate. And it was just like being in a giant high school again, but we were performing and being crazy, and it was amazing. But I feel, especially moving down here to South Carolina to take care of my mom, I'm terrified. I don't have really any friends. I have like my D&D group that I go and hang out with, Risa, who's part of that New York Renaissance Fair, and her boyfriend Randy. They're old friends of mine, so I had them, before. And then we have Justin, who Randy met at his first job down here. And, they've been really great, but I just have felt so lost and alone. And I'm sure that there's people out there that can relate to this. And it's terrifying. Moving is terrifying to begin with, but then being here, and I'm not really in a position to be able to go out and do the things that I want to do with my life. Like, I would love to get back into doing aerials. I really just can't afford that right now. I'm trying to figure out where I am, my finances. I blew all my savings coming down here, and it's like starting all over. And for me, I'm turning 30 in 2 or 3 weeks. Time flies, and I feel like a failure in life. Like, I don't have a plan. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what to do to get there. And I figured, hey, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. Like, I'm a person. I like being social. I love the idea of YouTube influencers and Instagram influencers, but the ones that tell you a story, the ones who are there and like share their life, the good and the bad. And I guess I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to share with you what I'm going to do to better my mental health, to better my financial situation, to better my life and live it. I spent probably the last 5 or 6 years crying at night because I just felt like I was working to live, or rather living to work. And I want to be living. I want to experience things. I want to go out. And I feel like I've come down here, and the lack of finances, I've really had to be very creative about not staying home, going to the park, taking beach trips. I purchased a kayak from a friend, so I had that outlet, and just really being very active about getting out, getting in the sun, doing things, and not just staying at home and procrastinating, because I know that I know a lot of my friends just get into that rut of procrastinating. So this. I'm going to start challenging myself to get out of my comfort zone. I'm going to try new crafts. I'm going to eat new things. I'm going to go new places. And yeah, I'm probably going to do this all alone because there's just me. I'm single, no prospects, and that's okay. Because, you know, we're in this new world and I'm going to try new things. And I kind of wanted to just set the focus for what these YouTube videos are going to bring, and to kind of like reach out and be like, if this is something you're interested in, if you feel like you want to encourage or just learn or follow me through this, I encourage you to subscribe. I encourage you to get out of your comfort zone, and I encourage you to let your soul shine.